Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about getting that beautiful Victoria's Secret style voluminous blow dry. Yes. So some of the tools you're going to need is a medium-sized rolled brush and a big-sized rolled brush, as well as a clip for sectioning, a blow dryer with some concentration nozzles for air concentration, some duckbill clips for bigger sectionings, as well as little sectioning clips. I got both of these at Sally's Beauty Supply, but I also saw some at CVS. Some heat protectant, mine has got to be Guardian Angel. Some gloss drops from Paul Mitchell. Some styling sculpting mousse, and some hairspray. If you want extra volume, I recommend the Big Sexy Hair powder. So first we're going to spray our damp hair with some heat protectant. Put on some mousse on our roots and anywhere that we want extra volume. So for me that's usually around my ear area, especially my crown area. Then some gloss drops, massage those into my ends for some nice smoothness because you know, I got them split ends, girl. Plus it smells amazing. Then we're going to do a rough dry with medium temperature. This is mainly just to make sure that our head is nice and dry and that we're making sure that we're getting that volume just by lifting up those sections of hairs and drying them. And then we're going to rough dry the ends. Then I'm going to subsection off the first piece of hair. I use the sectioning sticks from the hair show that I got a couple years ago. It's pretty much just like using a chopstick. And then I'm going to section the back of my hair into two and whip out my air concentrating nozzle. I'm going to blow dry from roots to ends, not really focusing on the ends so much as the roots and the strands. I'm going to blow dry from each angle, top, bottom, left, and right. And this is to make sure that each side of the hair is nice and smooth. This also helps prevent any frizziness or wispiness, like the hair frizzies that stand out. This makes sure that every single angle of your hair is nice and smoothly laid down. And then once you're done doing all that, now you're going to focus on the ends so that they're not extremely dry. You're just doing run through. Roll it up. And then put some cold air once you've passed the hot air through it. The cold air allows the curl to set and it helps give you that nice voluminous blow dry. And then you're going to unwind your hair like so. And as you can already see, that nice voluminous roundness to your hair. Gives it some nice body. And then taking your little section clip, we're just going to section that up into a standing pin curl, like so. And continue on the other side. Usually the bottom back section is my biggest, just because it has the least amount of hair. But moving forward, I like to use the width and the length of my round brush to section off the pieces of hair just to make sure that they're appropriate for the hairbrush itself to prevent any weird tugging or awkwardness of extra hair on the brush. And then moving on to the top, once you get that whole other section smoothed out and pin curled up, I like to section off the top for any remaining hair. And I like to do this with clip sections instead of straight lines. The roundness of these sections is what helps give your body that extra volume instead of those strict lines. And then, you know, just fast forward your blow dry session. This is just so you can see the process over again. I didn't want to completely cut everything out, but this is just again so you can see how the blow dry process kind of goes. Again, notice I'm not really concentrating on the ends at first until the whole root to strand is nice and dry, and then I roll it up to about my scalp area and let it set. And then once I get to my top section of my hair, I like to blow dry straight up so that I can get extra volume and extra voluminous, because hello, it looks good. And then once you get to the top 3 sections, I like to use the longer duckbill clips just because it gives my hair better control and the sections aren't as small as the other ones that are not a part of the top section of my hair. And then I like to blow dry this section with the smaller brush first, and then I go in with the bigger rounder brush so that it's not as tight of a curl right in the front, just because I like to have a nice kind of wispy, Farrah Fawcett-y, like Kim Kardashian like, because I have long bangs, so it gives it more of a smoother, bouncier look than actually getting a curl into my hair. And then sectioning out and separating the last 2 sections of my hair using the long clips, and then I'm done. And then we're just going to let that set for a little bit, walk around for about 5 or 10 minutes and let all the hair cool down so that the curls set. And then I start taking it down, working my way from bottom up like so, and just kind of letting the hair fall for now before I start playing around with it. And then you probably look something like this. And then I like to take my paddle brush if I don't want such a curly look. Today I felt like more of a wavy, softer blow dry. So I went ahead and I ran through my hair with a paddle brush, and it creates those nice, soft, voluminous curls that we all aim for when we do a blow dry.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
If you want extra volume, don't forget to use your big sexy hair, powder it a little bit on top wherever you want your volume, and then just kind of work it in with your fingers, as well as some hairspray to rid your hair of any extra frizziness, and you're done. And that's it for the tutorial. I hope you guys loved it. I hope you learned some new things. I hope you guys have a great day. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Peace out, yo. Oh Lord, oh God.